Well, after a 3-month break, it is finally time for another Nottingham Forest match preview. Now, obviously, it is Sheffield Wednesday away from home. And one thing I just ought to point out, it has been that long since I've been able to do one of these. I'm not showing off here or anything. I have gained, over 300 subscribers, literally. That's how long it's been since I last did one of these. So some of you don't even know probably that I even do this. And I'm sure non-Forest fans aren't interested in this, so you don't have to watch these if you don't want, but I mean, if you want to, then that's a bonus. Thank you. Now, I find it incredible in ways that the first game back is Sheffield Wednesday, because of course they absolutely thrashed us in the first game 4-0 at home, 4-0 down at half-time, 3-0 down after half an hour. It just gets worse every time I say it, so stop talking, David. Humiliation, the worst moment of the season, and we've had a few, like Charlton and Hull and Wigan and obviously Millwall. But obviously, we've had a lot more high moments, like Leeds, for instance. Literally, the only positive thing from that game was the reaction I did, which got mad views, 3.4k. I still don't know how that happened, but yeah, I did kind of annoy quite a few Sheffield Wednesday fans in that, because I had to go at Jordan Rhodes, probably quite unfairly, to be honest. But anyway, we move. Now, normally in previews, I would highlight our last 5 games or injuries, but all of that means nothing now, because obviously everyone's fully fit. We've had a 3-month break from our last game, so that form's completely gone now. And I think for teams like us and Sheffield Wednesday as well, our break came along at the right time, because both teams weren't on great form. Like, Sheffield Wednesday lost their last game 5-0 for God's sake, and we lost 3-0. So, you know, that says a lot. And of course, Sheffield Wednesday, they were doing really well. They were actually in the playoffs for quite a lot of the time this season. But of late, they've really tanked completely and have gone down to 15th. And it always seems when a team beats Leeds, they always seem to go on a poor run of form. But it has really affected Sheffield Wednesday. And I think another reason why their form has dipped so much is they were allegedly, don't quote me on this, we're going to get like 20 odd points or something like that. But this was quite a while ago, so this should, I presume, they've got away with it. Obviously, that's going to be quite difficult to cope with as a player, so it's not really a surprise, but also it's a bit sad, really, given the fact that they were up in the playoffs for quite a while. And of course, Forest, we have got 9 games remaining, just like every side, and we're going for promotion, obviously. Now, I'm a little bit worried. Are we going to throw it away, or are we going to stay in the playoffs? I think we will. We've been in the playoffs basically the entire season, bar in December for a little bit. But, you know, we're looking good this season. It's been much more promising, so I think we'll definitely at least get the playoffs. And of course, after this Wednesday game, we face Huddersfield at home, an 8-day break after Wednesday. But what I find weird about this is all of our other fixtures after that, there's like a 4-day break maximum. So, yeah, I don't know, interesting scheduling there, that is. But yeah, we have Huddersfield, like I said, Bristol City, Derby away. That is so sad that fans can't go to that one, and I don't want to jinx it here or anything, but if we do get promoted, it might be the final Derby game you play for at least a season, and fans can't go to it. It's quite sad that. Fulham, Preston, Barnsley and Stoke. So those games could be a lot worse, those last 2 in particular, I think. And I think obviously Fulham and Bristol City and Preston, they're the biggest games, I think, other than Derby, because they're all in promotion contention. I think Swansea, they're obviously also up there, but not so much. And I think those 3 games, are going to be huge to decide whether we get the playoffs or not. And I think we will. Like I said, we're quite comfortably in it, so we should be fine with this. And one thing as well that I just want to point out, if we were to actually get promoted, our squad, is it actually good enough? I mean, probably not. Let's be honest. It probably isn't. And I think we would need to improve in a lot of areas. And in my opinion, those areas would be probably backup fullbacks, because Bong is Bong. He's shocking. In just literally the one game that I saw, I went to that game as well, so I got first-hand experience. He literally passed the ball to their goalkeeper. Jenkinson's not really that much better either, to be honest. I think we definitely would need to get that. Goalkeeper's fine. Centre-backs, I think we would need maybe someone else, because obviously we've got Figueiredo and Wall as another backup. I think a centre-back would be quite useful. Midfield, I think our starting midfielders are good. Obviously, Silva is fantastic. Yates, I think in future he can be a lot better than he is at current. So's good, but again, So is also old, as well as Watson. You know, Watson is like 33, 34, and I think he is going to be signing a new deal soon, but still, I think we would need a midfielder, and obviously Bostock and Semedo early on loan. But I would try and keep Bostock, to be honest, because even though he's not played that much this season, whenever he has, and more recently, he has looked quite good. So I think we should keep him, to be honest, just as an option. Wings, I think we would need to improve at least the left wing. Lol is fantastic. Mighten's very promising. And obviously Amiobi is good. He signed a new deal as well. Only I think we would need to upgrade him. Diakaba's on loan, thankfully for us, and Adoma's on loan at Cardiff. So we would need to get another winger in, as well as another backup striker as well, quite honestly, because Graben's great. But is he really going to cut it in the Premier League in every single game? I'm not sure. And Walker probably isn't ready as well, and Da Costa's not had a look in. So I think a backup striker at least. And I think Carvalho should be able to stand the team as well. The likes of Lolly and obviously Cash and Ribeiro, you know, they're going to stand aside without a doubt. Johnson is also under the youngster as attacking midfielder. I think he's got a good future ahead of him. But we would need, point is, we would need a lot of investment if we were to stay up. A bit like Villa, they've invested a lot and they are still in it, but it's going to be difficult for them. And I think that will be quite similar with us, to be honest. One last thing though, my prediction, of course, it never goes well, ever, against Sheffield Wednesday. I think there's some sort of ridiculous stat, like we've lost 10 out of 9. Sorry, okay, that's great maths, David. 10 out of 9, yeah. Sorry, 10 out of 11. That is horrendous. And obviously, the last game we won is actually in the thumbnail. You're like, that was 2 seasons ago since we last beat them. We've not beaten them since. And the last time we went to Hillsborough, we lost 3-0. So I'm not full of hope. But I think with no fans, it's going to make it even harder for Wednesday. They've had a really tough time recently. So I think we could nick it, maybe like 1-0 or 2-1, or maybe a draw. But I think we need to be winning this one. A draw wouldn't be bad, but obviously we need to win this. But there we go. That is it for the first Forest preview in 3 months. Of course, I'm going to do this again for every single game that we play, normally on a Thursday. And the only reason why this is out on a Friday is because I messed up the Portsmouth episodes. So I thought I would upload the 2 that are out this week a day earlier. So that's the reason why it's out Friday. But normally a Thursday, and midweek games probably on a Monday I'll upload this. So yeah, just stay tuned for all those. If you're a Forest fan, then please do look forward to these. But yeah, please do like and subscribe to Rads if you have enjoyed. And let's hope Forest can win at the weekend. Come on, you Reds. And I'll see you very soon, lads.